Most players think confidence comes from scoring points or playing great, but actually it's the other way around. The truth is you don't play better because you're confident. You become confident because you built the right habits. Today, I'm going to show you how I built my confidence to go from getting cut from my junior varsity team twice to a 10-year professional basketball career. Confidence is built, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build it. I'll show you the real definition of confidence, and it's not what most players think. The daily habits that create automatic confidence. How to stop fear, nerves, and doubt from controlling your game. How elite players stay confident even after mistakes. The confidence formula that took me from being cut to becoming a pro. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kevin Melson. I didn't start out my career confident. I was cut from my junior varsity team twice, like I said earlier. And I used that disappointment, that frustration to fuel me to become one of the best players in the state, received several Division I college offers, and a 10-year professional career. So gaining confidence, it didn't just change my game, it changed my entire life. And now I'm about to give you the same blueprint that I use to become more confident. The first thing you need to know is that confidence is a skill. It's not a feeling. You don't wake up confident, you build it, just like any other skill you use in basketball. Confidence is not a magical boost you get when you hit a shot. It's the result of preparation, repetition, and knowing exactly what you're capable of. Most players think that confidence shows up after a good game, but that's backwards. Confidence comes from what you do when no one is watching. It's like this. If you make 500 left-handed layups every day over the course of a month, you won't hope that you can make a left-hand layup in the game. You'll know you can, and that's confidence. Confidence is built in the reps you put in, the habits you repeat, and skill mastery, not any hype or any type of feeling. Elite players trust their skill because their training gives them no reason not to trust it. While I was at junior college at Schoolcraft Community College, we used to run a flex offense, and I would come up and catch the ball at the elbow. And every day after practice and before practice, I worked on different moves from the elbow. Every single day, I put in the time knowing all these different types of moves that I can do from catching the ball at the elbow. And that gave me extreme confidence in the game that I knew when I caught the ball at the elbow, I had a plethora of moves that I can do to get a good shot. And that confidence helped me to lead the nation in scoring in junior college. And it was because of the work I put in. Every day before practice, every day after practice, I practiced moves in areas of the floor that I knew I would get the ball come game time. So when you're working on building your confidence and things, you want to build your confidence in places that you'll be in the game. You don't want to build your confidence in shooting half-court three-pointers if you're never going to be able to shoot a half-court three-pointer in the game. Practice on things that translate to your actual game. When you're in the game, where are you going to get the ball? These are the areas on the court where you need to build your confidence. And once you realize confidence isn't emotional, it's structural. You'll stop waiting for it and start building it. Once you understand confidence is built, not received, you'll instantly take control of your game. And if you want to go deeper in gaining confidence in your basketball game, you can pick up my book, Basketball Mastery. It'll be linked below. And you can pick this up and it'll go even further in how you can build your confidence. Next is evidence over emotion. Your emotions lie. Your evidence doesn't. Confidence shouldn't depend on how you feel before a game. It should depend on the proof you've created through your training. A reason why you may not be confident in your game is because you know that you haven't put in the work that you should have. You are the only one that knows all the work you've put in, all the training you've done. And if you haven't put in that training, if you haven't been working hard, then you know that. So subconsciously, you're not going to be confident because you know you didn't put in the training to be good. So put in that work and the confidence will come from that. Some days you feel great. Some days you feel nervous. Some days you feel tired. But your evidence, the hours that you spend training, that doesn't change. If you've done 1,000 reps of game speed pull-ups, you don't need to feel confident to shoot it. The evidence is already there. Your brain will always default to the level of proof that you have built. When players lack confidence, it's usually because they haven't built enough evidence to override their emotions. They know that they haven't put in the work. So stack more evidence than doubt, and your confidence becomes unshakable. Stack enough evidence and confidence becomes automatic. Next, control what you can control. Confidence goes down when you chase things that are outside of your control. Instead of worrying about playing time, what other people are thinking, shift your thoughts and attention to things that you can dominate. Your effort, your body language, your communication, your decision making. These are all things that you have total control over. So focus on those things, because confidence drains when you focus on things like, will the coach play me? How much time will I get? Will I mess up? What will people think if I miss this shot? But confidence grows when you focus on the controllable things, sprinting the floor, talking on defense, staying locked in even after mistakes, giving great effort on every play. These actions create a mental foundation that nothing can shake. When you control the controllables, your confidence stays steady, even when the game isn't. When players feel stuck, they try to control outcomes, but confidence comes from focusing on controllable actions. So you have no control over if you make or miss a shot. Sometimes shots miss, sometimes they make. So you shouldn't base your confidence on how well you're playing. Base your confidence on the work that you have already put in. You can control how hard you play, how much you have practiced. These are the things that your focus needs to be on. Confidence becomes steady when you stop chasing perfection and start chasing effort. How long does it take you to recover after a mistake? Most players lose confidence after one mistake. Elite players do not. The reset time after a mistake determines how confident you appear and how confident you become. Mistakes don't kill your confidence. It's your reaction to them that does. Here's what confident players do. They expect to make mistakes. They recover instantly. They focus forward, not backwards. They understand that the next play is always more important than the last play. Focus forward. Do me a favor. After you watch this video, you can go look at any league, any basketball league, college, pro, high school, and look up the people that have the most turnovers in those leagues, who average the most turnovers. It'll always be the best players in those leagues. If you look up the top 10 players in turnovers in the NBA this season, you're going to see the top 10 players most likely are 10 players that are very, very good. And this is true throughout any league, any basketball league, because great players make mistakes as well. They make more mistakes than everybody else. And that's part of the reason why they're great, because they're not afraid to turn the ball over. They're not afraid to miss a shot. They're not afraid of what the coach will say. And a lot of times those players have the green light, so they have the freedom to make a lot of mistakes and stay in the game. But the point is that they have confidence enough to keep trying, and they forget those mistakes quickly. They know that the next play is always more important than the last play. So if you make a mistake and then that ruins your game for the next 2 or 3 minutes, then that's a really huge problem for you. And most likely your coach will probably take you out if you're a player that does that. So you have to, once you make a mistake, get over it. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's going to play a perfect game, and just focus on the next play. Focus on doing better the next time. You always want to focus forward, and that can keep your confidence up when you have a short memory. Forget those mistakes. Focus on the next play. Confidence grows when you stop punishing yourself for being human. One mistake destroys most players, but it doesn't have to. The best players bounce back instantly because they expect to make mistakes and they know how to recover. So you don't want to attach your identity to mistakes. Instead, you must shorten your reset time. The next play, the next read, the next opportunity. This is what you need to focus on. Confidence isn't about perfection, it's about recovery. And lastly, and most importantly, you build game-like confidence through game-like training. If your workouts don't challenge your brain, they can't build your confidence. Decision-making, pace, pressure, game realism, these are the keys to transferable confidence, to transfer your confidence from your training into the game. Too many players do slow, calm-based workouts, then expect to be confident in a chaotic and fast-paced game. It's not going to happen. Real confidence comes from exposure. The more you put yourself in game-like situations during your training, the more familiar the game feels. Some things you want to implement while you're training is to train at game speed. You want to go just as hard in training as you do in the game. Visualize the help defense. Include reads. Maybe one time you shoot a pull-up, a floater. You know how hard you need to drive to get past somebody in the game. You should be doing that exact same thing in your training. You should be going exactly that hard. Visualize the help defense while you're playing. When you're doing drills and you're going by, visualize where the help defense will be. Visualize somebody trying to stunt and help. Look at where the big man would be. Would he slide over in the paint? Use your imagination to visualize the defense, not just the defender in front of you, but the entire defensive team. Where would they be? Visualize that as you do your drills in training. In your training, you also want to include reads. You don't want to just do the same thing every time. If you have a trainer with you, maybe he can simulate the help defense. And depending on what he does, maybe he'll shoot a pull-up jumper. If he comes up, maybe he'll shoot a floater. If he comes all the way up, maybe he'll kick it out. So depending on what your trainer does, it should enact a different reaction from you with the ball. But if you don't have a trainer, you can do this in your head with your imagination. Like I said before, use your imagination while you're driving to the hole. What will the defense do? And you can use reads with your imagination. You also want to add fatigue. You want to simulate fourth quarter legs. It's no good if you can make all your shots in the first quarter, but come the fourth quarter, you got dead legs and you're missing all your shots short. So you want to implement fatigue into your training. Maybe you run sprints before your training, but whatever you do, you want to train while you're tired. So you can have strong legs, and the same shots that you make in the first quarter, you want to be able to make those same shots in the fourth quarter. And when you train like this, it will help you become more confident in the game because you're used to it, because you've been training with it. So once you get in the chaotic game and the help defense comes over, you've already practiced this. You know what to do if he stays. You know what to do if he comes. You've practiced both. So you're ready for whatever the game may throw your way. When your training matches the game, your confidence transfers automatically. If your workouts don't feel like the game, then you're wasting your time. Practice like the game. Visualize defenders. Place cones like help defenders. Imagine real situations. Your confidence skyrockets when your training prepares you for the real moments. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something that you build. And now you have the exact blueprint. Apply these steps every day to all of your training, and you'll become a different player before you know it. Now that you know how to build elite confidence, you might be wondering what's next. So just click on this video right here, and it'll give you even more tools to become better as a basketball player. My name is Kevin Melson. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.